Alive. The stream is alive. We are doing the thing. Uh, sorry, I was a little late. Wonderful world of ticketing. Sometimes. Oh my god, dude. Rest. Drink water. Oh my god, dude. Be safe. Stay away from everybody. Oh my goodness, that's so. Well, if anyone's gonna kick COVID's ass, it's you, buddy. It's you. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad that I could be here to help entertain you with spooky shit. In Norman Reedus weirdness. Oh my god. Well, yeah. Well, no dwelling. We're just gonna push on through, as I'm sure you must be used to. Gonna crack open a beer. Yeah, I know. I'm very happy to be here for you. I'm telling work to I'm working from home. Not coming to the office. I was going back to the office because I was sick in my room, but now I've got a better work setup for myself, and I'm also on Vyvanse now. So now I can got some East Rock Lager tonight. Right around the corner from my house, right next door to my gym, is this brewery. So I'm spoiled. I was so we're a summer festival. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and for some crazy reason, we decided let's do some Christmas events. Let's do some Christmas food events and stream them live. And, well, it's virtual, so it's like they pick up the things and then they go to do the thing. One's a wrapping tutorial, like gift wrapping, and then the other's like a soul food with like music, holiday music vibe thing. And tickets were supposed to go on sale to our donors like as a pre-sale this morning. And we need the virtual ticket PDF. And so I was still emailing at 7 o'clock of like, hey, this is how it needs to be, and X and Y and Z. And yeah, and I'm also supposed to be off tomorrow because I'm going to Long Wharf to get interviewed. Long Wharf Theater is the local theater here. And I've been doing a playwriting group there this past fall. And they're like getting the band back together. There's a potential festival. Shh, I'm saying this live. Thank you. There's a potential festival next spring, and so they're going to interview us for their new play festival coming up in a few weeks. That's again all virtual, and they're going to interview us and sort of edit it together as like a preview for whatever this festival in the spring is. So that's the situation there. And so I'm out tomorrow. I'm out of the office. I would have been working from home. I'm not working tomorrow, except for there's interviews for a potential new boss. Like that's the only thing, and I don't want to miss that because it's a potential new boss. So I'm not available tomorrow to make this thing happen. So I'm like, guys, here's what you need to do. Please. This is why I can't be the only person who knows how to use the system. Not that that's a bad thing, but it is a thing. We're getting there. We're making progress. Did you see my Instagram post, Ty? I have something magical to show you. I have now a capture card. So no more of that remote play bullshit. My PlayStation is right here. You can't see it. It's right here. And we're doing it completely live, as in it is here, and we're just plugging right in. No need to do multiple internets. The one thing that I'm now realizing is I'm going off of the projector out of OBS. because I can't really find any way to like watch it live, like to bring up the capture on my computer besides on Streamlabs, which means there's input lag by like a lot. I don't think it'll get in the way of Death Stranding, but I was testing it out with Dark Souls 3. It was real hard. It was not, it was a journey and a half and 3 times to like navigate like a late game area in Dark Souls 3 with like a good half second of input lag. And so that's what that is. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sure it'll be fine because Death Stranding, there's one section that's a little dicey when it comes to input, but it's the first area. It's tutorial land. We'll be fine. Anyways, let's turn on this controller so I can do things. Exactly. I don't think it's so much that it's not even the processor. I think it's just like the information is going through so many filters before it gets to me here, that there's just some delay. So what I just ordered a splitter, so that I will take the output from my PlayStation, put it into the splitter, have half the splitter go to the capture card, and half of it just go right to this monitor, directly through HDMI to VGA adapter that is already in my computer as it is. Alrighty. So did you get a chance to take a look at what happened last time? Because I know you missed the last stream I was playing Death Stranding. Basically, what happened was we delivered some morphine to the president, who turns out is Norman Reedus' mom. He forgot that somehow, that his mom was the president. Somehow. I think it's they're just fucking around with like what reality and what the player knows and what the character knows. He forgot that his mom is the president. He forgot that there even was a president of the United Cities of America, not the United States. She's dying of cancer, and she has this like, remember me moment, and you must save the world, Sam. And she kind of leaps onto him and like has this freaky dying person thing happens, and she's like leaking the black fluid that the ghosts are made of. And so Guillermo del Toro's like, well, Norman Reedus, you have to go carry your mom up a mountain and burn her so that she doesn't turn into a bomb ghost. Invisible bomb ghost, by the way. Oh, my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. So we carry up the mountain, then we come back, and then just a younger version of Mom, the character's mom, not you, Mom, is just there, and they're like, this is the president now. And apparently she's like a sister that is stuck on the beach, which is the sort of gateway between life and death. They call it a beach. And she's stuck there, so she doesn't age, but somehow she's also in reality and is like, it's like literally Princess Peach. They make a joke about that later, like in a castle, like we have to go save her. But first we have to cross the country and connect everybody to Death Internet. It's called the Chiral Network, but it's Death Internet. So that happened, and then we woke up here. Oh, there is input lag for sure. Oh well, we will. Cool. Let's drink up our monster. So this actually does a thing. If you chug Monster, you get more stamina when you start. And then later it becomes beer, and then he gets drunk. Peak marketing. Used to be you couldn't skip this cutscene either. They added that later. Okay, cool. We added that. Oh, this is weird. This input lag. Alright. Sad boy gamer juice to the extreme. So we just woke up here. There's all these different versions of suits.
Hey there. Believe we've met. I oversee delivery operations as well as maintenance and repairs. Nice to have you on board. I'm Mama, in case I didn't mention it before. Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
That's dramatic. There's the baby. Okay.
Sam, this is Deadman. I calibrated your BB based on physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just a best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin, we can check if you're in sync and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
You okay?
My mom is probably so confused watching this. What is this baby doing? Good question, Mom. I don't know. It's a baby in a jar, and Norman Reedus carries him across the land. You can also do shower stuff. How do I leave? Do I have to do the toilet thing? I guess I have to do the toilet. So this is a thing.
Sam, Hartman here. Researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches and the Death Stranding, as well as those of dooms and repatriates.
My
When
mom
you
says the
relieve
baby is
yourself,
so
a
cute.
certain amount of chiral matter is flushed from your system. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation
I know.
between exposure and the development
It's so
of
meta
bones,
too.
as well as in extreme cases,
Looks like my
violent
voice
and
is speaking a
suicidal
little bit. I'm
impulses.
gonna take
Chiralium contamination has even been postulated as a trigger for the onset of dooms. Allow me to collect a sample of your excretions for my studies.
So they want to
They
collect,
provide a non-invasive means to monitor
your
your exposure
shit
to
and your
chiralium
piss?
and your overall health.
and they'll turn it into bombs to get rid of the ghosts. Okay, can I leave this now? I want to go do the thing. Nope. I think you literally have to do all the frickin'... Okay. You have to do all of the... Sandra, welcome! Thanks for stopping by. Yep, we're gonna do it. We're doing it. The ceiling, and Norma Marias is about to take a piss on cam. And it's making me do that. Because I don't know how to leave yet. So Sandra, you missed it. I have a capture card now. I know, right?
Remove any chiral matter still. Speaking of suits, blue is for delivery personnel. Red for medical.
They
orange for corpse
play it
disposal,
very
and black for
dangerous with
security.
this. There's also a shower scene on command, which I'm not complaining about. Wait, you can change color scheme? Since when? Oh no, it's just the sunglasses. It's not till later I get to change the color scheme. Alright, can I leave now? There we go. So I have a, oh nope, here's Dead Man, or Die Hard Man. Yes, that is his name, Ty. Die Hard Man.
Well, have you had a chance to think it over? Chock full of chiralium, but safe for you Dooms guys to wear. That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world.
Yep.
To make us whole again.
I'm a porter. I don't care about connecting anything. Or making knots. But I'll do what I have to help Amelie out.
Literally just... Mario, I made you a cake. Princess Peach.
Listen up, Sam. The terminals Amelie's people built in the towns and cities they passed through on their journey west are called knots. The infrastructure's there, but the Cairo network is offline. Right now, it's only capable of transmitting voice communications, sometimes wired, sometimes wireless, and a small amount of data. So, unless the necessary
We are
data stored
taking
on site,
unborn
our
BB
Cairo
on the
grams won't show
adventure.
up.
He's gonna be our guy.
Emily and the other
It's a
Bridges
she, but
members
that's
you've
like
seen
literally a
around the place are
spoiler.
grams generated with local
It's a
data.
surprise. We're taking BB.
case you didn't know.
We're gonna go on an adventure across the country.
Anyway, all you've got to do
She's gonna
is
tell us
line
where the
knot,
ghosties are.
connect your Cupid, and bring Cairo communications online. Once you connect it to the terminal, you'll be able to initiate zero-time massive data transmission with the UCA network. And just like that, you'll reconnect us not only to each other, but to our past.
Baby.
All the lost and fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored, like bringing a dinosaur back to life from a fossil.
Oh, fossil reference. I didn't realize that would start this early.
4.6 billion years of history on Earth. All the wisdom and knowledge we lost since the Death Stranding will be ours again. And that, my friend, is how we'll
There's
beat
some
this thing.
Ava. There's definitely some Ava vibes in this game, especially the reference to like
Once you establish
counting the
Cairo
impacts that have
communications,
happened.
generating grams won't be an issue. You'll also be able to use Cairo printers. Won't be long before we're able to send all
yeah,
kinds
and
of
it just
things
starts.
through the wire.
Except anything original.
When I was explaining the ending to
Well,
this
that's kinda
game to my
soul.
buddy Alex, I like literally
Nothing
just had to
real.
use Ava
Just copies.
names.
True.
This person
Which
is this
is
character,
why
and this
we'll
person is
still
this
need
character,
porters
and this
like
person
you.
is this character. But if it were this character,
Before and after we're made whole, we'll need
and I won't
men
tell you
in the
who.
middle.
No rest for the wicked, huh?
Yeah, well, idle hands and all that. We'll give you the details at the dispatch terminal. Make sure you check it upstairs. Drop's waiting up there, too.
These shoes look like they've done some serious miles. Shall I dispose of them?
Wait. Hold on.
Get in the damn robot,
There's something
Norman
we
is
could look
not
into.
wrong. Oh my
blood
god,
seems
it is
set
very
those things
accurate.
off. Happened more than once.
Set them off. How do you mean?
I don't know. You took my blood, didn't you? You tell me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Just gonna have some Oreos real quick. BRB. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna be in my mic for a second. Mads Mikkelsen. Good question. Probably. Mads Mikkelsen sure does seem interested in BB. He's actually... So every time you, like, sort of go off an adventure, you see those cutscenes and, like, different memories of Mads Mikkelsen whenever he connects to BB. Oh yeah, that import lag's a little much, but next we'll be fine. Yeah, you'll see those cutscenes of Mads Mikkelsen specifically, and sometimes a little bit of the
Sam,
mom.
this is Die Hardman. Your current
pop up.
objective is to extend the chiral
But then,
network from here.
A couple chapters in, you'll finally see.
I don't think you can make a beeline straight
You'll
for it.
meet Mads
Signal won't
Mikkelsen
carry
for
that
real,
far.
and I think
To
he's
cover
one of
the
my.
distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it
He's
like
one of the more
tying
fascinating
ropes together
characters
to
in
make
this
a
game,
longer rope.
and really
The
well
first of these
implemented.
knots is a Bridges Way station.
Because a lot of
Go
these
ahead,
characters
take
are
the
sort of
order.
like they spell out
Deliver
who
whatever
they
they
are,
need
and he does
and
not get
connect
spelled
the
out right away. Take on orders. Orders for Sam.
Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
Okay, so we're going. Where are we? Where's the compass? Is there a compass? Well, I guess if up is northwest of here, we have to either climb up onto the mountain, or we're gonna go by like the beach near the ocean. One thing you can almost always count on in this game is if an area looks like easy to walk through, there's probably BTs there, the ghost things. So you have to say, do I want to fight BTs, or do I want to climb up a mountain, basically?
Sam, they should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will. Right now, I figure you're thinking.
So we got 4 ladders and a climbing anchor, which is actually good for 3 climbing anchors. And we got an extra boot and a new pair of boots. That's what they gave us. Oh, they don't let you find anything yet.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant
It's
journey.
not too heavy. It's not like we're carrying a body up the mountain, so we don't have to like grip our straps for dear life.
Sam, triple check your loadout, I take it?
Yeah, that's how we quick access some items. And also you can pee. You know what? You're not wrong. Luckily Norman Reedus is buff. Ooh, I wonder if there's going to be stuff this time. Stuff to pick up.
Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Oh, that's... There we go. We're gonna scan. Alright, so we got 2 packages over there. And then our destination is right there. So we can either go down here and probably go find... Oh, I know. Yeah, this guy does not joke around with the sprints. Oh my god. I apologize for the wonky camera. I have like a second and a half input delay. Or a half second. Feels like a second and a half. Because of the capture card. Ooh, get some... I can hear audio as it comes in, but it's the video that's like really chunky.
Even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than find things. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Odra deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying, but that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
It's like they're over hyping the tutorial orientation. It's like almost parody of like a game tutorial, but it's so much stranger. it literally that's what it is. It's turtling. He becomes like, it is pure turtling. Oh my god, this input lag is a lot. I know. Sandra, like, that's legit part of the gameplay. Like, that you're joking, but that's a legit, like, thing you have to manage to not fall over. Like, that's legit, like, part of the navigation. That's the gameplay of, like, carry as much shit as you can, get it across the mountain, but don't fall over and drop it and break it. I don't want to drop that. I want to I'm just gonna do something real quick. You can do this neat little thing where you auto-arrange it and then it makes it in the most, like, neatest fashion. I know, right? The way it just, like, does the thing, it just unfolds and then up and drop. And actually, it's not always, like, the best idea to just pick up everything you find drop, unless it's, like, a new place that you haven't been to before. Because that sort of unlocks that place. Oh, I don't pick that up yet. Darn it. Ah! I'm sorry for all the spinning. I literally just can't see. My mom said that hike exhausted her, so she's going to bed. So do I go up the mountain or do I go to where the ghosties might be? Although I see a little buggy infested area that I need. Alright, so it's starting to rain.
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, because the rain is all, like, fast-forwardy, makes your gears break down faster. So that was Sam, like, getting his bad vibe about ghosts. And then you'll see a little cutscene. There he goes. There it is. And Ty, you didn't see this last time. Yep, BB's like, hey, we got ghosts! We got ghosts! Watch out! And so now our little flappy thing is going to point us to where the ghosts are. But there's a lot of them. So, oh, that's a big... Let's take a look. Oh, what are you doing, camera? Oh, there is one. There's a ghostie. So let me stay away from that ghostie. Oh, there's some more over there. Gonna go up this mountain and past that ghostie. Oh. Nope. Oh, I don't like this input lag when there's fucking ghosts around. That is not the time. Oh, there is one. See that? Yep. Also, you can't tell because it's not programmed to go out on the audio input. The baby is crying through my controller. Or it's making baby noises whenever BTs are around. we're almost out of it. Could be wrong though.
Breathe easy, Sam. You're
He
clear
gets
of
paid.
PG territory.
He gets paid
The Death
in
Stranding's to blame
exposure.
for all of
He
this.
gets paid in
They
social
gave
media
all of
likes.
America
I am
everything.
not even kidding.
It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find
There's
another way. A way to overcome the BTs,
narrow
the
areas
Death
here.
Stranding, the whole damn mess.
It is horrendous. Like, the levels of meta commentary in this game are, like, absurd at some point. Just, like... Okay. So that was a fall. That was a trip. He can trip. See those red things? If I walk over them incorrectly, I can literally trip and fall. And I literally was not watching where I was going, and that's what happened. I was looking at chat. He said, "Fuck you, look at my art." And you know what, Kojima? I'm glad I did. That sweet, sweet soundtrack. This isn't like one of the songs, this is just like the OST. But like the sound design in this game is just exquisite.
Beginning scan.
There's one part where this input lag is really gonna get annoying
Clear.
that we might
Cargo
get
verified.
to tonight.
Thank you.
Alright, we're gonna make delivery. We're just gonna deliver the requested cargo. I think we go back to Capital Knot City, so I'm gonna say let's
Delivering cargo.
actually no, some of these containers are broken.
We've
Let
all
me
been
just-
feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization, or the UCA, or us. And the oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. You may have luck. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
Look it, look it, look it. I don't know if you can see my mouse. How many likes did he get? Likes earned for completing order, 129.
You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And
You'll
what, they just
see.
sent
I don't
you out
want
on your
to.
own?
This is something that's going to get
I mean, if it
revealed
was
in a
just
little bit,
delivery,
and so
that'd be
you'll.
one thing. Porters come through from time
I will
to time.
point it out when you see it.
The second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were going to connect us up.
Because it is
Years we've
it's
been waiting for help.
not
3
as like hard
years.
and fast as a
And
currency.
they sent us one guy. Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. I finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers.
I know.
So what are you waiting for?
This guy
put
is
us on the goddamn grid.
quite the asshole. There's some like they do. I mean, some of the times the characters are really flat, but other times it's like very. BB. BB's like, what's going on? Sometimes the characters are really flat, but sometimes they're really like animated and like they literally their names are like are intentionally generic. So we're in the eastern region. I'll just show you some. Okay, so we're now okay. So now we're connected to the chiral network. He's much clearer.
Capital, not city, confirmed. It's really happening.
George
Just
Baton.
like Amelie promised. We can finally do what
As
we
in,
came
pass
here
the
to do.
baton.
Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway.
So
You
that's
have to be
important.
careful on the road.
Supposedly
There's
she
some
led
bad
the
people
first
out
expedition
there.
out west.
More than good,
But if he
some
was
say.
with the first expedition,
But I
he
don't need to
only
tell
saw
you that.
her. He traveled that way.
Thank you, Sam.
To
By
and
bringing that
stayed at
way
this way
station
station,
into the chiral
but
network,
only
you've
saw
put it in
her
direct contact with those of us back
through
here in Capital
holograms.
Knot City.
Right. What's next?
And this is
West
like
of
the
way
young version
station
of the
are a couple
president
of
that
structures
appeared.
our previous expedition put in place, and beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head
Yo,
first.
fuck wind farm. All my
Start
homies
with the
hate
distro
wind
center.
farm.
We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Okay, so we're not going back to Capital
order
now,
available.
so I'm going to deposit these things I picked up.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to... Should prove useful.
So now you can make equipment from whenever you set off. I'm gonna.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until... Even if it has to pass, you can rest easy.
So here's another way to earn likes. You can pick up that lost cargo like I was. You can just deliver to any way station. Then some other it will show up for some other player when they come here, and they can take it back to wherever it's supposed to go, and that will give us both likes once it makes it to its final destination. So I just get a small percentage right now. So we're gonna do deliver to distribution center. And we're going to do construct a post box.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post.
Yeah, I get it, Kojima. So we got a bunch of rare metals that I gotta carry. I gotta carry all of this to the next stop. And then we got this PCC. Which is a personal computer creator. I don't know. It's a chiral printer.
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Weapons restrictions
Okay.
lifted.
So now that I think we might be able to show you here. So now that I've turned this place online and brought it onto the chiral network, or Death Internet as I like to call it, so things that other people have left will now show up in my game, and vice versa. So this ladder over here was left here by someone named Stefanik. What's his name? Stefan Sikandridge or whatever. And I can say, oh, that's a really useful ladder. Stop it. I literally did not tell you to do that. What are you doing? I can say, hey, that's a useful ladder. I'm going to start liking it.
Thanks for the help.
That's literally going to add likes to their game. The next time they complete a mission, it'll get added to their total likes. The higher likes you have, the more likely your stuff will show up inside someone else's game, and vice versa. The more stuff you'll get in your game to show up. Where is this? Where's the... No, that's the camera. I forgot how to do... Oh, here we go. Compass. There we go. Oh, I need a... climbing anchor to get down here. Whoa. Oh yeah, this input lag's dicey. I need to get that splitter next week. I'll need to bring that splitter next week. Also, this capture card for the record was only 15 bucks and the splitter I'm getting is only 10. So, I was like expecting this shit to be so expensive. Not at all. Way to bring me back to the rain, Die Hard man.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated
Yeah,
site.
I think that's the case too, because the thing I got was a little USB plug-in for 15 bucks.
When
I
you're
mean,
ready to
what a
proceed,
time to do it.
activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area.
So now, not only can I leave ladders and like those climbing ropes, I can build stuff too now. So for right now, it's just a post box. I think I can also build a watchtower right away. Some things you have to unlock the designs for. Some things you have just right off the bat. Also, it's... There he is! He has arrived about God fucking time, Mr. McCormick. I'm just kidding. Thank you for coming, buddy.
Good work, Sam. That's a
Everybody's my best friend, Alex McCormick.
If you access it and select share locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters.
Well, ha!
Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it.
Yeah, no, thank you.
If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind?
So yeah, so you can leave those things. You'll find those post boxes that other people create, and you can leave things in them. I think that that watchtower up there is also something that someone left behind, or it could be a computer pre-designed thing. Blah, 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 blah. I'm also realizing I'm probably also, just throwing this out there, specifically mentioning it because Alex is here, but if anybody wants to hop in voice chat at some point, like, hit me up. We'll hop on the Discord and Do It Live channel, and I'm happy to have people in voice chat as we do this. I just fell over. So Alex, what you haven't seen so far is this new capture card has hella input lag right now. I'm gonna get a splitter for next week, but oh boy, this is it. It's making things a little difficult, a little wobbly. I was trying to play Dark Souls 3 with this input lag earlier just to test it out. Not fun, especially in Demon Ruins. No, that's the way station. That's the way station. I could just pick this stuff up now and do it. Yeah, the audio, I think, I don't know how you guys hear it, but for me the audio is somewhat delayed because I hear the audio live from the PlayStation and then I'm seeing the capture filtered through OBS because I couldn't find a way to just look at it myself. So there's a bit of a delay for me there. Alright, so let's see, open this watchtower. Cool. Yay. My mic's on for once. Can't believe... Did I tell you that my Halloween stream I had my mic off for like the first half hour? Ooh, we got some orange items. I wonder what those are. I know. We're about to find out in real time. Yeah. Bloodborne streams? We did Bloodborne streams? I don't know what you're talking about. Also, TV Skyn's gonna do co-op when he does the, next time he streams, he's gonna do co-op in the dungeons. Oh, I can't pick that up yet. In the Chalice dungeons, and I'm like, okay, I need to catch up, and I might stream that. Because that would be a mindfuck and a half. Oh, there they are.
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
We got mules. do this, Norman Reedus. Yeah, so there's package thieves that are like legitimately psychotically obsessed with stealing packages and delivering them to them for the likes. That are a recurring villain throughout the game. They don't kill you, but they do knock you out and steal your stuff, and you have to get it back from them. And that was just like a very easy, like just like run and get away from them. There are things where you have to fight them, but again, it's Death Stranding, so you have to do so non-lethally. I'm gonna eat a cryptobio.
Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
So, Mules got scared away because ghosties are coming. I mean, Sandra, have you seen the shower scenes? Shower scenes on demand. His calves are already ironed. Kojima was like, "Do you have any requests for how you want us to render you?" And Norman was like, "Yeah, make me as buff as possible." I almost did it earlier, but my mom was watching, and that would have been weird. Okay, where are the BTs? Because there's normally BTs in this area. What is happening? Was there a glitch? Whatever, I'm not gonna question. That's a way station. Oh, it's at the top of this one, I bet. Ooh, metal, give me that. Give me the metal. In reality, the only things worth picking up are materials. Because materials you use to build things. So the more materials you have, the better. Alright, so I'm reaching my limit, so can't lift much more. That's okay, I needed the metals. Alright, we're gonna restart my cargo. Oh my god, it's just... The sound design is in this game is delicious. Like, that's the best word I can think of. It's so... The music, the sound effects, the OST, the scripted tracks. Alright, so we're in BT land now. We're just gonna get on our knees and crawl. Oh my god, camera. There we go. Nope. Yep. Only spooks. No scream, only spook. Alright. There they are. Oh, there's one. I want them right here. That one guy. Okay. Don't fall, Norman Reedus. Thank you. Oh my god, camera, please. That's really the biggest issue with the input lag of the camera. Oh, that's a baby. That's a baby BT. Baby BTs are more dangerous.
Yeah, pretty fucking scary, huh?
Also, I'm gonna do something really quickly. Because y'all can't hear it, and I also can't hear it, and actually I kind of need to hear it. I don't want cargo, I want system. Oh my god, I don't want cargo. Now you'll hear it. You'll hear BB crying. Because normally it comes out of the controller. No, camera. Oh, camera. Oh, camera.
We belong on the other side.
Oh, camera. Please, no. I like tap it to the left, right, and he just looks right at a BT and starts walking into it. Oh god, fuck.
Aren't you a looker?
Also, in case you didn't see that, my containers are completely destroyed. So, like, as if the opening episode doesn't, like, completely set up how... Yep, cargo container ruined for what I'm delivering. It does not mean that it is destroyed, that the stuff is destroyed yet. It just means that there's almost no protection if I fall over. Which does matter. Also, we're playing on hard mode, which is why it's raining so fast. Alright, we're gonna go back to walking upright, because I think we're almost out of here. Oh, BB! Oh no, BB, what are you doing, BB? What's wrong, BB?
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at the distribution center. Hurry, though.
Oh, we're gonna hear the baby sad sounds. Until we heal him. Also, Alex, while you're here, follow me.
The production of harmful compounds.
You haven't yet, and I know that for a
Body, in
fact.
essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop
There
by
he
your
is.
room and see if the incubator helps.
Also, I just tipped over because I was too busy. Thank you. It actually helps because I need 50 followers to hit, what do you call it? I need 50 followers to hit, affiliate. Thank you, buddy. Love you, buddy. Welcome, Chevrolet. Fuck, I can't say it. Hey, Chevrolet. Chevrolet! Hey, Chevalier. There we go. That's what it is. For the follow. Oh, baby, you need to stop those sad noises. I don't like it. Bingo bango. Is it a Zelda boss?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Alex, what if I just called you Hey Chevrolet from now on?
Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
So the packages are broke, but I don't think the items are.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Goddamn 532 social media likes. Or 563. Pardon me.
Okay. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Bow. I love that noise. Like the THQ, TVQ, TXQ noise that they play in the theaters. Oh, Luden's fan. I gotta go get Luden's fan before we make it out of our...
Sam, as always.
Oh, I forget there's one more little quest well before we go to Timefall Farm.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
That's some more BB lore for you, Sandra. Gonna find out a little bit more about this little guy.
Good. A temporary excess of stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Baby!
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached.
And
Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard, still not chained up, still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower?
Just a second.
It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
So you're right, Alex. There is a lot to unpack there. We'll get to that in a second. So first of all, they gamify it again. Like, here you use BB to see invisible thing. Now BB is dead. There's a meter that has been drained, and you need to reset BB. And like, there's a like cognitive dissonance between Norman Reedus as a player character and then like just stoic about something's going on with the kid, and then we get into a cutscene and then boom, get in here, something's going wrong, what's wrong with the kid, blah 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 blah. So Alex, do you want to jump into Discord to talk about the BB info? Because like, and this was I actually saw this cutscene before the game aired. This was the trailer of that cutscene. It was like a BB trailer, and we're like, what's going on with this game? Norman Reedus is gonna get mad at us, by the way, if we don't like do things. This idea of using a still mother, so brain dead. So that poses the question of what is the definition of death if not brain dead? Because if brain dead is not the death, if brain dead was dead under like the lore of the game, they'd be VTs by now, but they're not. They're still alive. Unborn children as tools. There is, but like, there's definitely a mildly pro-life message there, but I think it's also like, it's strange. It's not like anti-choice in a way. It's all like, this is a child, and like literally like you are supposed to fall in love with it. And what's interesting about the BBs is the female presence is almost removed. The female characters in this game are distant. They are separate. They are something about them. Yeah, exactly. They are taking the BBs in and out. So they're not taking the BBs in and out physically, but they're using the stasis of their mother's body, to calibrate the BB's pod. So there's still like, it's not physical, but there's still that emotional dirtiness in this. The women in this game all have something that make them distant, that make them I don't want to say non-motherly, because that like distills women to only being mothers, but they have something that's like that puts a layer between them, Norman Reedus, and like children, and like a BB. So Fragile, what we know so far, Fragile, her body has been soaked by the time rain. So she has the physical, from neck down, she has the body of an old woman. So she is fragile to the touch. Like, her name is literal. Amelie is this almost omnipresent presence in the game. So she's here, but she's not here. She's captured, but she's free. She's being held hostage physically, but her body's on the beach. She is ambiguity. Like, her presence is ambiguous. Her existence is ambiguous. She's one of them, and she posits herself as a princess ready to be rescued, but her personality doesn't, like, she's the president. Like, supposedly, like, she's taking control. She doesn't posit herself as someone who seems to need to be rescued. And again, she's not being held hostage physically, she just said, but still can't leave. Why? Why is the real question. Why can't she leave? And then Bridget, you know, for whatever reason, there's a separation between Sam and his mother. And Amelie, the implication is that he's her sister. They don't make it as... I think they say as much at some point. But Amelie is Norman Reedus' sister. Bridget being the mother of the two. But, like, you know, she has cancer. She's dying. She's... and I think it's uterine cancer, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, motherhood is sort of removed from all of these women. And then there's a character who's literally named Mama, who we'll get into, because she, like, that's whole part of her arc. But you are a male character that is carrying a baby attached to your torso and nurturing it and carrying it across the country, and it is also guiding you, and you're also developing, as the player, a relationship with it. You can do things like this. You can zoom in on it, and it's flipping, and it's fucking adorable in a makeshift womb. And like, there's things that you can do to take care of it, and you have to take care of it, because if it gets upset, like, you could die because of the BTs. Well, not die because he's immortal, but, like, game over. And whenever you've missed this, Alex, but whenever he connects into BB, like, we'll see in a second, when he goes back out into the world after leaving this room, we see cutscenes of what we presume to be BB's father, played by Mads Mikkelsen, talking to BB, because we see supposedly BB's still mother, named Lisa. Incidentally, the name of the ghost in PT, I don't know if that's a connection or not, but I like to think about it like that. We see that connection, like, we see a fatherly connection. There's a male maternal connection between, like, it's paternal, but Norman Reedus' role is way different one from what we traditionally think of as paternal. It is maternal. So, like, that's a lot. There's a lot of gender subversion in this game. the women almost in some ways play masculine roles, and vice versa. Now let's take a shower, because think about the games, like, think about what Arnita Sarkeesian has to say about a lot of video games. They objectify women, right? So I'm just gonna put my controller down. Panning long shots dwelling on Norman Reedus' buff, muscular body.
As I oversee BT research, I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your
on command
might have on a BT.
Whenever you want to do it.
Study other people with dooms?
And
everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you,
and as we'll find out in just a second,
being a repatriate as well, I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products.
There's a gameplay there's a gameplay motivation for it. You take a shower and you get bombs.
With you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react.
Like,
who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you.
Everything
there was
in
an
this
old
game
research
is
paper detailing
like
the effects of bodily
a
fluids
direct
from individuals like
subversion
us on BTs.
of everything we expect a
it is
video
only
game
by
to
recovering
be.
these materials
A modern
that we can
AAA
unearth
video game.
the knowledge of the past.
It is
Not just the Death
non-violent.
Stranding, but
It is
also the
like
mystery of your body's unique
hard-coded
properties and even
non-violent.
our
Like, you
doom's
will
affliction.
fail if you kill.
There may well be hope for humanity.
It
Sam,
puts,
I have no interest
although
in rebuilding
a
America.
guy is the main character,
I
it
want
puts
to recover the past.
Oh,
it's almost
men
time.
in very feminine, traditionally feminine roles, and women in very traditionally
After you
masculine
make your
roles.
connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received
But
a
it's a
number of
game
messages
because
addressed
they
to you.
just tutorialize the
Not
hell of
taking
it.
a
It's
look
only
myself.
disturbing because it's.
But I gather they're
it's,
mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information.
So
Mail
hyper
can
real.
be accessed
Like
via
the
your
hyper
companies,
realism
as
creates
well as
the
terminal in
uncanniness
private
of the
room.
video gaminess. Like if
There's
this
something
were
else I'd like
any
to
other
share
art
with you.
style, the video
With the
gaminess
chiral
would
network,
not
we
stick
now have
out
the
the way
power
it
to
does.
reclaim our
But
past.
because it's hyper real,
Data
we
once
notice
thought
it.
lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting
Oh yeah,
archives.
it's not hiding
think for
away from the
interesting
fact that it's acknowledging it's a video game. It's very blatant about it. It's very, haha, look what we did. We're not, it doesn't shy away. So this is really cool. This is where we're going to dive in. I want to dive in a little bit more so in this playthrough. We got data, so we can get emails from clients that we deliver to. We got George Baton, more than Oxy. Sam the man, our savior. Things are looking up here at the way station. Everything feels better somehow. We were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up, but 3 years of isolation and loneliness, 3 years, that's the first time we have a timeline of when the first expedition rolled out. But 3 years of isolation and loneliness will change anyone's tune. Hell, When we first got here, we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot, but after a while, some guys got too scared to even set foot outside. When Central went up, I told myself this was it. America's done. Everyone was feeling it too. The mood was just bleak. And then you waltzed in. I know what you're thinking. At first, I thought it was just the oxytocin too. But that's not it. Not all of it, anyhow. You gave us a glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us into the chiral network. We're back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again. Even watchtowers too. Before long, we'll be opening up new delivery routes. Mark my words. It's scary out there, though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with mules, let alone BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one, and end up dropping half our equipment. Honestly, a part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep it up. And that's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? So go show us how it's done. I'm from Benjamin Hancock at Distribution Center West. So this is the guy we just delivered to. Sorry, Sam. Bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals, Sam. Everyone at the distro center really appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, though. That bike you saw outside, its battery's dead. You have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once, though. Auto charger should kick in after. Sorry if we got your hopes up. And I've got some other bad news for you. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everyone gets everything that's produced gets put to proper use. That's why, guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart, whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over the way station. He used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like pulling him teeth to even make the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. And when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half of his load en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short on materials at the moment. I'm sure you'll help us put that to rights. We're counting on you, Sam. It's a little like filling in the blanks of relationships between two places. Interviews. Here we go. Here's some more world building. Mules and drone syndrome. Who? Die Hardman. When? 2 years ago. Where? Bridges HQ. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America, and in order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by reestablishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated. AI managed deliveries were carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system. But things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man. And indeed, oxytocin deficiency... Nope, I don't want to go back there yet. Indeed, oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances, we confirmed, seemed to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place, and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? All the people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them, and that brought on a whole new disorder. Delivery dependence syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled even further. It wasn't helped by the fact that chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether we liked it or not. Eventually, delivering goods became all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into the mules we know and love today. So we don't know what mules are yet, but we know, well, we don't know what it stands for, but we know what they are. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a seltzer. Okay, so that's a big ol' what the fuck happens in automation, and a big ol' like that's a lot. That's a big thing about automation and a need for universal income and a question about labor, right? And do people need a job to be productive? What happens when there is no work to be done? Which is, the big question. Well, it's not the big question of communism, but it's the big question of like, what happens if your life didn't depend on a wage, working a job for wages? What happens if you could just live and you had to make your own purpose and it wasn't your job for wages? But you have to work to live. Under capitalism, you do. That's the idea. That's the thing. It's like, so this is posing what happens when we don't need labor anymore to function as a society. You do. So so what happened is this happened. This syndrome started showing up before the Death Stranding occurred. Prior to the Death Stranding, they automated delivery. Like Amazon was all done by robots. And I'm guessing beyond this is specific to delivery, and I'm using my mouse. This is specific to delivery, but I imagine like with the way people are going, the belief was taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system, and we can extrapolate that. Yeah, before the world went to heck, automation had taken over and had removed the need for delivery men. And this isolates it to delivery men, but we can extrapolate and assume that meant a lot more than that, because I think, there's plenty of delivery jobs, but there's other jobs. But in order for people to have gone legitimately insane, like legitimately losing themselves to due to lack of work, there must have been like a severe lack of work. What I think this is a gameplay excuse for to have villains or to have human enemies, human mobs. But it's really an interesting thing to think about, because now we're in a world that also like does not rely on labor. It does relies on the labor of delivery men, but they don't get paid in wages. They get paid in social media likes. So they are so insane that they feel they are obsessed with delivering packages. And so they when you go into their territory, they will ping. They will go looking for your packages, and if they detect you, now if you go into their territory without anything on, they ignore you. But if you go into their territory with packages, they ping you. They come looking for you. When they see you, they start hunting you down. They don't kill you because they can't kill you because of the way death works. But they steal your packages for delivery, and they hold them up somewhere so that they can get the credit. They can get the oxytocin of the social media likes. Oxytocin starts coming into play. It's the hormone that you get from satisfaction of doing a good job, or it's the hormone that triggers when you get social media likes in real life. They get the oxytocin from making that delivery, which they don't, of having done a good job, which they're diminished they have diminished oxytocin levels because of a world of unproductivity. So it's a gameplay excuse for a mob, but also has like poses like some like legit questions about leftist theory. Is what it is. Bridge babies. Who, dead man, when 1 year ago, let me get another sip. Where Bridges HQ? Look, I kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Exactly. Yeah, in a world without necessary labor, the positive chemical reaction is stimulated by receiving acceptance from others despite the validity of it all. Yeah. It's what do when no work. And some people go insane, apparently. I mean, in a way, everybody's kind of going insane because even that guy, right? That guy... What do when no work and lonely? You know, like... You know, like... Corona? Yeah. Yeah. What do when no work and lonely? And Corona. Like... This game was prophetic. It was... Excuse me. It was so prophetic. Kojima did, like legit... predicted Corona. And like I didn't get into this last time, but hell, I'm getting into it. I had meant to get into it, but I couldn't remember the damn word ambitious. So it predicts this world where people are hunkered down, you can't work, and you're lonely. You only have whoever's locked in your house, and you cannot go outside, and to venture forth is dangerous, and we are reliant upon couriers for the rest of the world to function. First priority, or what's the word? Necessary workers, first line workers. I can't remember the name of the people who whose businesses are considered priority then and don't need to close, aren't forced to close down because of COVID because they're needed. Like grocery store workers. Thank you for coming, Sandra. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Essential workers. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. I am forgetting words all the time. So it predicted this whole thing. Sending you hug, Sandra. I owe you. I realized today I owe you some handwriting, so I will get that to you this week. I promise. Where was I? So it predicts this whole world of Corona. Last week, and you came in at the tail end of this, Alex. We meet this female president who is on her deathbed. We deliver her some morphine. And, you know, Norman Reedus is like, president of fucking what? Have you seen the world? President of what? But she's like, no, I'm the president. Or actually, not even her. Her lackeys are like, no, she's the president and America's real. And it's a corporation. It's not a government. It's a corporation running it. No, it's a government, and it's a corporation that she started, and it's named after herself. Her name is Bridget, and the corporation's name is Bridges. And part of it is that Nomura likes his puns. Like, this game is full of fucking puns. Name puns specifically. But also, like, there's something to be said about ambitious woman, corporate, with a corporate backing, demanding that there is America. Demanding that America is a certain way, and her lackeys are supporting that. Die Hardman and Deadman in particular, demanding that America is a certain way, and that we need to unify. But like, I'm not going to unify. You're going to do it, and then dying. And you got to carry your mom up a mountain and burn her, which I just still find so funny as a first like mission in the game. You carry your mom up a mountain and burn her body, rather, and then you get back, and they're like, here's this young version of your mom. She's the president now. What do you mean? Why are you confused? It's very obvious, right? Like, she's the new president, duh. But also you have to go save her because she's trapped across the country. So we'll get more, but like for me, like there's such a parallel between Bridget Strand and Hillary Clinton, because of this like almost delusional level of ambition and entitlement. I'll let that sit. Anyways, back to fetuses. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I am happy to talk about BTs if that's what you want. They call me Dead Man on account of my familiarity with the dead, get it? We've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats when I worked back in... used to have regular... Excuse me. Burps. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's also the reason why I work on BT maintenance and research, to learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they've discovered into practical use. Still, that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work has already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work, not how they can detect BTs, or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain. Their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. I think it's about all I have to tell you today. Hopefully, I'll have something new the next time we chew the fat. So, bridge babies, which seem to be built like specifically for the task of the Death Stranding. It didn't say explicitly, but it said a long time ago. Now, from what I can understand, what I can pinpoint is Death Stranding is about 30 years. We don't know that yet, but Death Stranding is about 30 years before this. So, I wonder how much a long time is. I know, but I'm just positing that for the recording. Timefall. Who, Hartman, when, 3 years ago? Where? Bridges HQ lab. Timefall was first recorded when the Death Stranding occurred. And despite all the years that have passed since then, we are no closer to understanding how or why it accelerates the passage of time for objects and organisms it touches, or why it immediately turns to ordinary water having done so. Some researchers have gone as far as to posit the process as stealing time. As for why timefall is observed only in certain places, all that we know is for certain is that it is somehow affected by local chiral concentrations. It is a mere hunch, but something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of time. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, you understand. We humans can conceive of our own deaths and even the possibility of a place beyond death, yes. We have the capacity to conceptualize the future, an evolutionary advantage which aided our development as a species. Well, what if Timefall has given us a new supercharged version of this essential ability? One that will take us to the next stage of our evolution. Perhaps we wouldn't need to hole ourselves up in the knot cities. Perhaps in time, the Death Stranding will become to be seen as a phenomenon that saved our species. Exciting thoughts, I'm sure you'll agree. I, for one, can't wait to set out on our journey. Who knows what awaits us? So that's another thing that connects us back to the world we live in now. Because much like the Death Stranding has warped their passage of time, Corona, y'all. What do that Corona be? That passage of time is super warped. Like, it just feels like one long month. Or like 3 months. Go away, mouse. But yeah, that's a lot. Anyways, back to the game.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Alright, Alex, this is where I was going to tell you about Mad. Well, you'll see what I was telling you.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
That's Bridget's
the woman
voice.
in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks.
Sam Porter Bridges.
There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Sam, like Uncle Sam.
Such
Porter
as take
because
a
he's a
moment to
porter.
look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of
Yes, but her
curiosity,
last name is Strand.
how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
Yeah, her last name is
when
not
I hook
Bridget,
up my BB, I see
Bridget.
things.
Her last name is Strand.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Lead through effect.
So there's not. It's
Didn't I
actually
warn you
not.
about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret.
Decades.
They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
So yeah, his name is Sam Porter Bridges. His real name is just Sam Porter. I don't quite know where the name Bridges comes from, because usually he's just called Sam Porter. I think his legal name. I think he adopted the name Bridges because he sort of was low-key raised within Bridges. and he was part of the Bridges team years before the game. He was like meant to be the first team that went across the country to set all this equipment up that we're now activating. But no, Bridget's name is Bridget Strand, and Amelie, her daughter, is named Amelie Strand.
Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. This one's on us. The printer... Mules must have snatched it, caught them. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site. We just don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back. Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
We got a stealth mission, boys.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic. If you don't have it on you, you never know when
So Death Stranding is a single cataclysmic occurrence. It's like the second impact. It's the big thing. It's not the thing. What happens when someone dies is they turn into a BT. Their body starts to turn like black and gold, and it melts away, and then a BT is there in its place. When a BT eats a human being or any living thing, that triggers what's called a void out, which is basically a nuclear blast, minus the radiation, but the destructive power of a nuclear blast. So, I can't pull it up now, but when you look at the map of the country, there's craters everywhere. There's like, we're heading towards a crater that's like all of the Midwest. Like Michigan and Ohio and all that, they're gone. They're a giant circular crater. So what happens if you kill someone if you do kill someone in the game, and it can happen, usually you either get a game over when they go necro, or that area, and the same thing happens when you die too. The area where you leave the body gets replaced with a crater. Same thing happens if you get eaten by a BT, but you come back because you're a repatriate. He has the ability to come back to life when he dies. So in the opening cutscene, that's what happens. Is one of the guys gets eaten by a giant BT, and that triggers a giant void out, which kills the city that you were supposed to be delivering to. Destroys it.
that thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprint. Look for if you've been especially.
Order assigned.
I can't recycle yet.
pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultradeck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam,
Will remain
chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal and drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
all clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Not a bad haul. Plenty enough for research. We'll take good care of it.
These Good work, Sam. It seems as you're...
That's container repair spray. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through. We've added it to your supplies list, so...
There is a correlation between elevated chiralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though, local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Still got work to do, Sam. Let's not keep people waiting.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
So here's a cool online feature. These paths in the ground are
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
the areas in the ground where the grass has been killed off, the paths, are generated by paths that people I've connected to, like, which is random, that have walked. Like, if a path, a lot of people follow the same path, then it'll show up in your game as, like, a dirt path. And when someone follows a path that you set, you get likes automatically.
Over here! Over here! Anyone?
Oh, there we go.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Hey! Hey!
Nope, that one. Good.
Over here! Over here! Hello!
Don't let me give likes to this one. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be a shitty ladder. Oh, I hate myself for this. Oh no, not too bad.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Oh, you can see a mule in the distance.
Construction complete.
drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
I got it now. Hold on, I'm gonna just... A little comical. A little less comical, but still pretty comical, especially when now we're doing stealth. And we're literally just gonna turtle it our way back. Just get the Oh no.
What you looking for, dumbass?
Oh my god, this lag. Oh, I can't wait to get this splitter when I get.
I'm right here.
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Ooh. That was not what I was meant to do, but oh well. I could have been that.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary.
This is hard without fucking...
No reason for it not to take off, but it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next order. Make sure you're not him.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. contaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to put you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter. I've arranged for boots to be at Bridges stand. You should always carry. But if you...
Alright.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same can be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation. Plenty of rivers and can't. Take a stroll across. Give it a try.
Alrighty.
Your work is great.
So I think that's it for me tonight. Thank you for dropping by, Alex, and everyone else. I think it's just you right now, but everyone else, if they see the VOD, thank you for dropping by. Was a good stream. Got shit done. Not as far as I wanted to, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading that content, which is what I wanted to do, and having that moment to talk, which I've been meaning to do more of like pausing and analyzing as I go, which I just get so into, like. Well, I mean, also the last two streams are just all cutscenes. This is the first time to really sink your teeth into the gameplay. Yay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to... Now that I can, like... There's room to maneuver. And then next week I will have, hopefully, a splitter for HDMI, so I can not have to like rely on input lag, 2.5 second delay. Anyways, thank you for dropping by. Have a good night, buddy. We're almost to Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to think about that. Anyways, night, bud. Love you too, bud. Thank you for coming and talking and following. And next time we'll get you on voice. I swear to God. If it's the last thing I do. And make sure you make that thing this week. I'm watching you, sir. Bye, buddy.
Don't be so serious.